Hello, I'm Matthew Argot, and my testimony started out pretty simply. I was about 5 years old and prayed the salvation prayer. It's one of my earliest childhood memories. I know that it was a Sunday school lesson that morning on what heaven was and what hell was, and really what Jesus had done for us. And I remember it stayed with me through that evening, and I prayed that prayer before bed. And at the age of 5, didn't know all of what I was fully signing on for, but I knew that I wanted to be saved and that Jesus was that way. And since then, God has been calling me into just deeper levels of ministry. At my college years, uh, God kind of got a hold of me and changed my career path. Said, that I'm not going to be a wildlife biologist. I'm not going to be a writer. Instead, He wanted me, and He wanted me in ministry. So that changed my education path as well as a career path. I worked in Christian camping for more than 10 years, and I loved it. It was a great thing, but at the same time, I could kind of feel where there was something more that God was calling me to. So, in a lot of ways, that equipped me for a lot of things, and a lot of good came from it. But in the more recent years, God steered my wife and I away from the camping ministry and into the church, being called there. So it's a long story on all the circumstances, but really, one door closing and another opened. I'm now working at G Free Church in Phillipsburg, and just amazed at the way in which God kind of put me there, where initially I might have felt like a square peg in a round hole, but very, very rapidly just felt this place become home, and really just been excited to see the way that God is working there, and also just using me, that I could be a tool in His hand, and that He could use me in ways that I didn't initially expect. So He continues to amaze me, and I'm just excited to see where He's taking me, where He's taking this church, and just glad to be a part of the Free Methodist denomination, this particular church. And just the deeper I get into it, the more excited I am about it. So glad to be here.